Hello and welcome to Lowerbitrate episode 4. I am.
Hey Lou, you're alive. Welcome to episode 4. You made it.
Yeah. It's been a rough week.
Lou is unwell, if you can't tell.
That's an understatement, but we're here. It's a good day. I feel much better than previous. I mean, if this had happened yesterday, I don't think it would have. And there was no fucking way earlier in the week I was gonna do this. Absolutely not.
Yeah,
Low-key
record
dying.
a podcast.
And it's so weird too that like once you're sick, I mustered up strength. We'll talk about like the whole recap of what since last week and what had happened, but very low energy yesterday. But 2 days previously, I put up a 65-inch TV by myself with a fever.
I think you were probably in some sort of like fever fury.
Yeah, I think so too.
Because you're not supposed to do stuff like that when you have the flu. You're supposed to rest.
Yeah, I don't know what went over me.
I'm not a doctor, but pretty sure you should have been in bed.
I was in bed. I was like sweating my body weight. Well, you know what's funny? When I took a shower, like after the whole thing, like the initial fever, I put like my pants on, like my favorite jeans. I was like, whoa, who used to fit in these?
You lost some weight from the illness.
So
yeah, the flu will do that.
Yeah, it just shedding pounds. That's a good weight loss trick. Just get viciously sick.
Violently ill.
So
we can laugh at your suffering.
It's definitely funny now. It wasn't funny before. But yeah, so last week was a pretty big week. We had Thanksgiving if you celebrate that, or at least a day off if you don't. Black Friday, Cyber Monday, and the Steam sale. So money has been lost from wallets. I will let you know that right now. Between all the sales and things that you want for yourself and just general like holiday gifts. Did you get anything from Black Friday, Cyber Monday?
I bought some brushes for painting miniatures. I haven't bought any paint yet. That's the next step. But I've been painting D&D miniatures. It's my new hobby. And so I got some brushes for a really good price. They were like a couple dollars off, but still it counts. I bought it during the...
Did you get like a whole set or just a couple?
Yeah, so I can share, maybe make some friends at my painting class, be like, hey, you want to share my brushes? But got a set of 15. It's way more than I need. You only need 2. Went a little overboard.
No, it's good to have some brushes, just in case.
Backups.
Some backups, and you want to mix different colors and you don't want to mix it on one brush.
Yeah, thanks, Bob Ross. You're absolutely right.
I've seen 1 or 2 episodes.
I love watching Bob Ross, and that his painting style definitely inspires my painting style, which is just slap it on, slap the color on there, just hope for the best. Right. And if you make a mistake, just giggle.
Did you weather the storm, like went in person, or did you get it online?
Oh, no. I shop online. I don't like going in public manic crowds like that. Like, no way.
Yeah.
I'll stay home and click.
This year I did a little bit different. I went in person.
What?
Yeah. It was kind of like, I'm a very impulsive person sometimes. And it was kind of like, 2 o'clock or whatever. Yoink my mom, let's go. And we, so we waited in line. There was about 10 people in front of us. And
2 o'clock what day?
This was Thanksgiving Day.
Wow.
Yeah. So, I mean, I had already ate. My fat ass was already full. So I was good to go. And yeah, so we hung out there. There was no seats or anything like that. I'm not sweaty, and I'm not gonna bring, like a foldable chair.
A tent,
Yeah.
a hot plate.
I did bring the Switch though, and I was
Nice.
playing some Pokemon in the line, and then it started getting cold. But what I didn't intend for this, but I got a 65-inch television for like $270.
Yeah. You're one of those. You got a TV on Black Friday. Congratulations.
But I wasn't gonna buy it. They were like,
Yeah.
"Oh, it's ticketed, and do you want a ticket?" I was like, okay, whatever. I'll buy a ticket." But one of the TVs that we have here is kind of ancient, so I said, "Why not?" Right? So that's not the TV's all fine and dandy. That's not what I really went there for. I went there for the Switch games.
Yeah. Tell me about what you got.
So the Switch games, some of the Switch games that they had there, like the bigger titles, the newer ones, the bigger ones weren't on sale. That's a given, right? I wasn't going for those. The ones that came out maybe like 2 years ago or a year and a half ago, those were the ones that were very discounted. So, my brother is getting a Switch for me from Christmas. So, I wanted to get him a whole bunch of games. And I got him Breath of the Wild, all the Mario games.
Wow.
Most of them were 15. Odyssey was 30.
Whoa.
Mario Aces was, I think, 25. But I didn't get charged for that. More on that later. It was chill in the beginning. I must have picked maybe like 15 games. It was chill in the beginning, the way they had it set up. You could just go back there, and they had everything in those jewel cases where they have like the security tags on them. Half of them were not security tagged. I can guarantee you, if they do their inventory, there's a lot of shrink, which is retail talk for theft.
Yeah, because they didn't have them tagged properly.
They were just loose games. So if you wanted to steal them, you could easily, might I add, because that place was a crazy madhouse. Maybe like 7 minutes after. But I was quick and I got everything. So all said and done, 15, 16 games. I was only charged for 9 of said games. It was so crazy that the guy forgot to charge me for like 8 of them.
He's like, just get out.
Yeah.
Just go.
Yeah.
Take me with you.
I don't blame him. That place was absolutely nuts. It wasn't like Walmart, you're going to die in a stampede nuts. But it was like controlled chaos, And I think that's where I got sick.
All right. Well, how long did it take you to get the games? Like you said you got in line at 2:00. What time did you get home? How long did you have to endure the outside world?
For 3 hours.
Okay.
It wasn't that bad. They opened right at 5:00. I live next to this Target, so it's not like I don't know where everything is.
Yeah.
So, I was ahead of the curb.
You weren't perusing the aisles.
No,
you were on a mission.
Hell no. Hell to the no.
You weren't singing Christmas carols, skipping up and down the aisles.
No, you don't play with New Yorkers when they're like trying to buy shit. And they're just angry New Yorkers. No. You get in, you get the fuck out.
There's a lot of anger.
Yeah, I mean, that was cool. And then I got sick. But also I had purchased 4 Pokeballs.
Nice. For yourself?
For myself, yeah. And I'm farming Mius to see if I can get the best stats. And the ones that I don't want, I sell to people that don't want to buy it for like $10 or $15.
Very nice.
And then I'm going to return the balls when I'm done. Yeah, that was pretty much like my Black Friday experience. I didn't really get anything for Cyber Monday. I was too feverish to even process what to buy. Um,
Yeah.
I haven't really done anything. I got a shaker cup from like G Fuel. That's about it for Cyber Monday. That was
What
it.
color?
It was the lyric one. It glows in the dark.
Glows in the dark, just like G Fuel.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I like cups, so I wanted that one. It was cheap
Cool.
too.
I would like a glow in the dark shaker. I would use that, but I don't need I don't drink G Fuel and I don't need one. I just would like the idea of it.
Yeah, I don't know. I think my experience with G Fuel, I think I was
Mm-hmm.
abusing it a little bit initially. Um, I think if I start drinking it now, I'll be more reserved.
And for anyone that doesn't know, G Fuel is a supplement marketed towards gamers, and it's a powdered drink mix that has, I think, over 200 milligrams of caffeine per serving, which
Oh,
is
150.
Oh, okay. Your average cup of coffee has about 60 milligrams. And I just know caffeine amounts because I get migraines. So I have to be careful how much I consume. So G Fuel has a lot of caffeine. Just be aware, be careful.
Yeah, just be careful with anything that has a lot of
I
caffeine.
don't know what else it is.
I think there's like some vitamins or something like that, but you know,
Racehorse urine.
no, there's none of that in there. That is Red Bull. Red Bull is real bad for you. Real
Well,
bad.
speaking of G Fuel, I've been gaming a lot. I picked up a new game.
Hmm.
I picked up No Man's Sky in the Steam sale.
How you liking it?
It's tough. I was anticipating it would be like the Astroneer, which it is. You just kind of are on this planet and find some, mine and explore. It's tricky, but I keep returning to it. I'm learning how the world works, like how to save even. I didn't know how to like even save my game. I was like, all right, I'm done playing. What now? I can't just stand here. Like, so the survival aspect is fun, but I like that challenging, fun aspect.
Yeah, I was watching you play it last night, and I think personally, those games, in order to get the hang of them, you just have to go in alone and just go. You know, like playing those games with other people. I feel like it's more reliant on like the group feel, like what everybody else wants to do. You know, and you don't have the opportunity to explore.
True. To get lost a bit. There is a bit of stumbling that I find comedic. So I was playing with Will Geeks Out because he already owned the game and he started over. So we were both stumbling through the beginning because he hadn't played in a year. So that was fun to try to figure out how to stay alive while looking for salt, literally like shooting. That made me giggle. Is spoiler alert, the very first mission. It's like, here's your multi-tool. Go shoot some rocks, kids. Like, that's the first mission, is you just shoot space rocks.
Yeah, I haven't played the new updates that they've done to it. I played it originally when it was first person only, I think.
Yeah, I played all in third person last night.
Yeah, so it was refreshing to see people, play that game and enjoy it, especially from where it came from. That game was extra shit when it came out. Extra shit.
That game it launched just like how I landed my spaceship in that game, just like with a crash.
Yeah, Astroneer, you mentioned Astroneer earlier. That game came out around the same time as No Man's Sky, maybe a little bit later, and that game was a better value in its first initial stages than a AAA game like No Man's Sky when it first came out.
Yeah, No Man's Sky is a bit more immersive and developed. Like, there's more textures and layers to the environment. You can tell they were going for, I don't know, like a bigger budget feel. Astroneer is a bit simpler in its graphics, in my opinion. Not simpler, I don't mean as a pejorative. I just mean the animation style is different.
Yeah, that's not a knock on the game. It's just different.
Nah, I don't knock indie games. I'm a big fan.
Yeah, I purchased an indie game. Haven't played it yet on the Steam sale.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Terraria. So
Oh yeah.
yeah, I'm gonna get into it. I haven't been in the best of health to sit down and get into it,
Mm-hmm.
but I did play. I initially purchased the Halo Master Chief Collection, and then refunded it because I realized that I had an Xbox Game Pass. Why am I gonna pay $40 when I could pay $5 and rent it? I'm not gonna play Halo forever. And
Exactly.
I got tired of being called a boomer playing Halo.
Is that really happening?
That is the thing. That is the thing. Calling people boomers to play Halo is a current thing.
Wow. I had no idea.
I guess because the gaming landscape for the most part is Fortnite players and BR players. And I think the art of Halo back in its heyday, especially when it was popular, is a little bit lost on these millennials. So it is
I
what
can
it
understand.
is. I enjoyed it. I had fun. Not that much Pokemon for me though this week. I'm kind of weaning off of it. I'm not over it, but I'm kind of like, eh.
Not as addicted.
No, not as addicted, especially when I'm like 500 eggs deep on the stupid Corgi Pokemon and I can't get that little fucker shiny.
Aww,
So
he's so cute.
he is cute, and he would be even cuter if he was shiny.
I've been playing Luigi's Mansion 3. Did you get that for your brother for Christmas?
No. I'm not sure he would like that game.
Yeah.
So I thought the safer pick was Mario
Yeah.
Odyssey.
It is. It's Luigi's Odyssey. I like it. I've progressed a couple more floors since the last podcast, and so I have, I think, only 3 more floors to go before I battle King Boo. I even had a cool cutscene seeing King Boo. So I'm
King
determined to beat this game. I rescued another Toad, so I have all 3 Toads. I just need Peach and Mario now. Save the princess.
I was watching you play that, and also, I just want to chill out a little bit. M's Twitter. Shout your Twitter out so people know.
My Twitter is VVULVARINE. That's Wolverine, but spelled with 2 V's.
Blew my mind the first time I realized that.
Yeah.
And also,
Mbop was taken and Wolverine was taken, so I spelled it like a millennial.
As long as you didn't put like XX, in the
420.
Yeah. And we also have a Twitter for the podcast itself. So usually when an update or episode happens, it goes right on the Twitter. And I believe
that's Lowerbitrate.
Yeah, the account name is Lowerbitrate. We don't have a URL for the YouTube channel. That doesn't happen until later, so subscribe to the YouTube so we can get that. And then Spotify and iTunes are a work in progress. I haven't had much time to sit down and do it for obvious reasons, but it is coming. So if you want the audio only version for that, it's coming. It's in the works, and you'll have all of the episodes up until that point when we do put it up there. So that's just
we're working on it.
Yeah, slowly but surely, a little less scuffed, one step at a time.
So did any of your games have seasonal exclusives? Anything flashy that you picked up?
No, for the most part, no. The games do these things where it's like have an event and do these
Get a cosmetic.
things. Right. And the only games that I know that have done that are Destiny, which I no longer play. And I don't like those events.
You're not a fan of the Destiny, like the Valentine's or their winter event they do every year?
I'm a fan of the events themselves in the games, What I'm not a fan of is the psychological manipulation of FOMO, which is fear of missing out.
Okay.
A lot of games like Fortnite do this, and they're a little. I think they're nefarious because especially with Fortnite, skins are like $20, and for you know, how do I put this? Weak adults that have gambling problems, that's an issue, and for kids who do not have jobs, that is an issue too. So, I'm not a big fan.
You think people spend too much money on cosmetics in game for these seasonal exclusives?
People can spend however much they want. I'm not going to tell someone to and how to spend their money. That is their prerogative. But I think games facilitate spending a lot of money.
What if they're free? Like, for example, one of my favorite games is called Deep Rock Galactic, and it's an indie game where it's a horde mode. It's a bit like Left 4 Dead, but with animated bugs, and you're a dwarven mining crew. They have seasonal exclusives. Like for Halloween, they did pumpkin heads and like a witch hat. Now they have a Yule cap, which is a Santa hat, and a set of antlers you can wear in game. It's free. All you got to do is just go and log into the accessories terminal and they give it to you. So I like that. I know it's a gimmick. It gets people to log in, but if you're like a veteran of the game, or I think it's good because it gets people to log in and maybe play a game, and so then you can find a good lobby. I like it.
Those I can get down with. I can get down with those. Just logging in and picking up something special that commemorates the event or the holiday. That's 2 thumbs up in my book.
I just want to be a dwarven reindeer,
Isn't everybody?
Merry Christmas.
What have you been watching?
What have I been watching? I like to watch the HBO shows like Silicon Valley and His Dark Materials, but what I'd really like to talk about is The Mandalorian. You ready to talk Mondo?
Yes.
Okay.
I have a statement about The Mandalorian, especially episode 4.
Yeah. I'd love to talk about it. What did you think about it?
Yoda is so fucking cute.
So
oh
in
my
this,
god.
He's at peak cuteness, I think, because in this episode he sips his he does the soup sipping, right? Yep. Spoiler alert, the gif is everywhere.
Yeah, spoiler alert. If you don't want to hear anything about The Mandalorian, peace out. We're gonna talk spoilers. We'll see you next week. We're gonna talk spoilers. So let's jump into it.
This episode was called Sanctuary.
And I realized that it's in the beginning of the episodes. Was it in the beginning of every episode? The episode name?
Yes, it was.
I feel stupid.
That's how I've been picking it up.
I feel stupid. That's the first time I noticed that. Yeah. Just some feedback about the episode itself, or just the show itself. I've been going back and rewatching it, because I did get a sound bar as well.
Ooh.
With the TV, and yeah, the sound and the way it looks is phenomenal. This show right here is 100% A+ movie quality. It almost feels like you're stealing a movie away from like the Star Wars like universe.
It's like a short every week.
Yeah, it's like little pieces of a movie every week, and yeah, I love it. I love this episode. It wasn't as it didn't do much to miss, but it was like short and sweet. It kind of felt like what the last episode 3 should have been. There wasn't that many plot misses, I don't think. Overall, just speaking overall about the story, but
yeah, I liked it. It was very different from the first 3 episodes. the focus wasn't on the Mandalorian. I feel like we saw the story of the woman and her daughter, like, because that's where the episode begins, is they're farming their little shrimp farm. And it's all about their life on this little peaceful planet that the Mandalorian wants to find sanctuary on.
Yeah, and it was a statement piece. The whole episode wrapped up in this side story. I don't remember the character's name, but the girl, I'm assuming she was a rebel.
Because she knew how to shoot.
No, not Hot Skirt. We're not talking about Hot Skirt. We're talking about the other one. General Thickums.
Are you talking about Gina? I forgot her last name, but she's an MMA fighter. She was a drop shock trooper in.
Drop shock trooper.
Yeah.
What the hell?
So
is
she
that?
she was a peacekeeper. She said so. She was a cop. She was not a soldier, and she no longer is a police officer or a peacekeeper, as she said, because she didn't want to do that. She didn't want to suppress riots and control crowds. She wants to fight. So
yeah, her name is General Thickums, and yeah, she was badass. I liked their little fight. I liked how Mondo got cucked when he tried to burn her, and she was like, "Nope, not having it. Put that shit down." At the very beginning,
when they fought in the alley,
yeah,
and then Baby Yoda broke up that fight.
Yeah, he's just looking at them like, "What the fuck are you doing?"
AKA Yodito. Sorry, I was waiting to. Yeah, he's not Baby Yoda. We call him.
It's a
Yodito.
Bad habit. Baby Yoda.
I just see it everywhere. I see it on all social media. Oh, you know what else I see? Are Yodito toys now. They rolled out. Did you see it? And what do you think?
The pop is a little creepy. I believe we briefly talked about this. You mentioned that it looked fleshy, and he doesn't look fleshy.
He is supposed to be fuzzy. He's supposed to be like a cute little peach fuzz alien, a little baby. And he does not. Do yourself a Google and take a look at the merch they finally have released for Yodito, aka Baby Yoda. It's not great, IMO.
I do like the t-shirts. The plushie, I could live without. The pop, I could live without as well.
Yeah, the pop is what he looks unwell. He looks sick.
They could fix that if they do a flocked version. I do have a flocked Chewbacca sitting here amongst the hundreds that I have.
Which would mean fuzzy, I guess. I'm not sure what that word.
It's a little fuzzy. It's not like teddy bear fuzzy. It's just like little peach fuzz, to give it a little texture. So it doesn't look like plastic.
Yeah, so because that's a good point, to take these characters that are from movies and then put them in vinyl form. How do you represent, the fuzzy ones? The fuzzy ones are underrepresented. Yeah,
some of the fuzzy ones are pretty cool too. Like the bear guy from Monsters University, Monsters Inc. Sully. He's cool fuzzy. He's not cool not fuzzy.
I agree.
Yeah, so for me personally, I haven't purchased a pop in months. I don't have any room, so I would have to get rid of something to get it, and then I would only get Baby Yodito if it was flocked, and that doesn't seem to be the case. So
okay,
skipping it.
Was there anything you didn't like about this episode?
Not really. I mean, I enjoyed it. There wasn't too much going on specifically. I was just a little bit annoyed. Not with anything. The episode did fine. It's just, Hot Skirt was throwing herself in Mondo, and he just wasn't. It just wasn't recepting in his fucking helmet. I don't know what's going on.
Okay, and for anyone that's lost, Lou's talking about the widow.
Hot Skirt, yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Widow. I'm not sure why she has this moniker, but yes, she was coming on pretty strong to the Mandalorian and was like, "Why don't you stay here? You could have a very nice life." And even the shock trooper, his ally, was like, why don't you stay here? You could have a nice life. And he's like, you know what? I'm going to abandon my kid here. That's a better choice.
Yeah, and they're kind of leaning a little heavily on the whole face reveal thing at 100K for Mondo.
We learned a lot about him. Yeah. That there are times he takes off his helmet and when he can't or can or does or doesn't.
Yeah, and that blur specifically, like when he's looking at Baby Yodi, when he's eating and takes off the helmet, I'm just like, can people see you?
Yeah, that did make me laugh that moment. Another awkward, maybe, I don't know if it was awkwardly directed or edited, but the timing made me giggle because he was like, I never take it off. And then immediately takes it off to eat this food that she brings him in
front
in
of
full
all the
view.
kids. Yeah. I'm like, wow, subtle.
Is he going to have to vaporize all those witnesses like to his meal? So it was supposed to imply, I think, that no one could see him because he had just said how strict it was that no one should see his face, and no one has seen his face since he was a child. You know, the children he's looking at.
Yeah, they're leaning a little too heavily on that. I think we're gonna get some revelation, or see him at least. I think he is disfigured, but that's just my personal feeling on it. But
maybe he was injured from the robot blast when he was a kid.
Possibly. I think they cut specifically there for a reason, and that's why he doesn't take it off. There was a joke, and this was fairly in the beginning of the episode where the two farmers went to go meet Mando, and he said, "What? Am I a mercenary?" That was a very good joke because that was from Boba Fett and Jango Fett, because they were mercenaries, but I don't think they were Mandalorians.
Huh. Yeah, no other. I was going to say that. Are you okay that there were no other Mandalorians this episode? We got a big dose of Mandalorian last episode. This episode, it's just the solo lone wolf.
I'm cool with that.
Okay.
For all intents and purposes, for me, this is the Yodi and Mando show. Yeah,
but I
cool
like getting his history. I like learning about the tribe and his culture and his religion, he calls it. I liked his sessions with the armorer, the blacksmith, who I think is the leader of the tribe.
I don't think we'll get that in a season 1. I think if we're gonna flesh out the whole Mandalorian lore, I think that's more appropriate for a season 2. Like I think that this show would do justice to itself if it would give this character a specific arc, and finish it, and then come back next season with whatever they do this season, and try to flesh it out. The Mandalorians found a home, and you have to rebuild, and etc. But I think it'll feel too busy if they try to do both.
Are you a Star Trek fan?
Not a huge one. I've seen the movies. That's about it.
Okay. I was going to ask if you felt like this episode felt like Star Trek.
Yes and no. Like the discovery of or trying to find a new home kind of did. And the fights was a little Star Trekky. But for the most part, it was more Star Wars. Yes and no. I mean, it's definitely Star Wars, but it does have like some feels for it.
I felt like it felt like a TNG episode. I'm a huge fan of Star Trek and Star Wars. And the way they started the episode, how we zoomed in on this alien planet with blue shrimps and weird amphibians and these people who were living this very peaceful life that did not have technology. And then in swoops, the Prime Directive. I don't know. It felt like it felt like a little bit of dose of Star Trek, which is not a bad thing. I enjoyed it, but I want it to be more Star Wars. I want more conflict between rebels in the sky as opposed to us visiting alien worlds every episode and learning a new culture.
Yeah, I'm super excited to see where they go from here. Um, yeah, they're coming for Baby Yoda. That is one of the ending things about that episode that was established that he will not be able to rest.
He's not safe.
Nope. So and I didn't really like he was like, I'm gonna leave him here when he's happy. I was like, shut the fuck up. You don't want to do that. I know you don't want to do that.
Yeah.
You went through all this trouble.
Don't you think that would be the best choice for him though? Like he would be safe if that planet, the one with the blue shrimps, if it was truly safe, if he didn't have bounty hunters with trackers after him, I think that is the best for Baby Yoda, is for him to live on this planet and, eat as many frogs as he wants for the rest of his life.
He doesn't want to do that anymore. The kids shamed him about it.
Yeah.
Yes and no. I mean, like, I get it. Like when you think about it, like the welfare of a child. Yes, right. That's a very logical thing to think and want to do for a kid. But again, his species is, legendary.
Yeah, he might be the only one.
He definitely might be the only one. I think the female version of Yoda, I don't remember her name, Yandi or something like that. She's MIA or gone. And Yoda obviously pieced out. So, yeah, I don't know. I just think there's this higher meaning and higher power for, the child, as they say. But,
yeah.
I just think
I can't wait for next episode. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No, I just think that there just needs to be like a spectacular like thing or purpose for Baby Yoda. I don't know what that is, but that's just how I feel about it. Like the nerd in me wants it to be like groomed for some higher thing. I don't know what that looks like, to be honest, but
yeah. So you think there'll be a lot more than just the roadshow, the traveling roadshow of the Mandalorian and Baby Yoda? You think it's going to be? Well,
I think we're missing.
I agree. There's something to yeah. Why is everyone after Baby Yoda? What is he? What do they want?
They think he is the last lineage of the Jedi because isn't Luke Skywalker at this point pieced out?
Yes.
Darth Vader's dead. Palpatine's dead. So that's what people think. But I think there's a key piece that we're missing that could bring this together, or bring some purpose or something to why Baby Yoda's there, why he's so sought after, and maybe some refuge can be had with the right person.
Yeah. I agree. I can't wait to see what's next.
Yeah, me either. I'm super excited about this. And I can't wait till next episode, and I'm not looking forward to it ending.
Exactly. 3 more episodes left, I believe.
Yep, 3 more episodes and 2 more weeks until episode 9 in theaters. So
I can't wait for that either. Oh my gosh.
I'm excited for that too. I want to. If it's good, it's good. But if it's a shit show, woo!
Woo! I can't wait to see it either way.
Are you gonna? Okay. So let's talk about that, and then we could wrap up. Episode 9, is that a matinee for you? Is that a sweaty kids viewing? Meaning you're gonna see it.
I forgot when my tickets are. I don't know, but I'm definitely going opening weekend. In the past, I've gone like the night, at midnight and watched it until 3 a.m. That was really rough. I just decided not to do that. I would rather enjoy it in the daylight hours and not stay up all night, even though I'm so excited. So I believe I'm going during like normal human time.
Yeah, I haven't picked up my tickets yet. I'm gonna look into that after.
Ooh, you got to get on that.
Yeah, I kind of forgot, but it is not a sweaty boy viewing for me. I'm not keen on smelling the Star Wars fan base, so that might be like Saturday morning viewing for me, or Friday morning.
A casual fan. Yep. Never thought I'd see the day.
Yeah. All the mighty have fallen. I think I'm good for this week.
Yeah, thanks so much, everybody, for tuning in to episode 4 of Lower Bitrate.
Yeah, thanks for watching. You have any feedback, as always, feel free to let us know in any channels that you have, with us, Twitter, YouTube, anything like that. And we'll see you next week.
All right, bye-bye.
Hopefully with a little less death. Bye.